Good day, everybody. I'm so glad that you've joined me again. Today we are going to start with integers. And the first lesson will then deal with the counting, the ordering, and the comparing of integers. Now, what is an integer? The integers are from the family with no fractional parts. Now, I hope you know now that that means it's of the part of the family of whole numbers. And that contain positive and negative whole numbers and zero. So we have negative integers. Those are whole numbers less than zero. And then we have positive integers. Those are whole numbers greater than zero. And remember that lovely number 0. So the 0 is right in the middle, and we've got then the negative as well as the positive. And the best is to explain and to understand it is to use a number line. Let me explain to you. So here we've got a number line with integers on there. So you see we've got 0 in the middle, and then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and so on. Okay, those are called positive integers. And if we write them, we either write a +7 or just a 7, for example, or a +2 or just a 2. Then on the other side, we've got the negative integers. And you can see they then have a -1, a -2, a -3, -4, -5, -6, -7, and so on. So just please note this. We refer to say the positive direction and the negative direction. So these integers are telling us whether we are on the right or the left side and in which direction we're moving from 0. So we've got 0 in the middle. So 0 is also an integer, but it is neither positive or negative. Okay, so let's explain. And these integers we called directed numbers. It's exactly what I just said. So this is because an integer shows its direction from 0 as well as its distance from 0. So let's do our number line. There's our 0. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got -1, -2, -3, right? So the minus tells us that the direction is negative to the left, and it is -1 position from 0. And if we have like a 3, it tells us it is in the positive direction, and it is 3 places from 0. So let's look at our example. We start on 3 on the number line, and we move 7 spaces in the negative direction. That would be on to our left. So there's 3. So we're going to do 2, 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So if we move 7 spaces in the negative direction from 3, we will end up on -4. To work with integers, it's the best to always work on a number line, and just until it's like easier for you to work with. Okay. So, compare integers. This is the one thing we can do with integers. So when you need to compare two integers or arrange them in order, you think of the positive of the numbers on a number line. So let's say, for example, here's our number line, and we see that from -3 to 2, the numbers increase in value. That will mean our ascending order. And if you go from -2 to -6, we go left, and it is decreasing in value, so it is the descending order. So now if we look at, for example, -3 versus 2 on the top, we see that -3 is smaller than 2, or 2 is larger than -3. Now the next example, if we, for example, then will compare minus 6 and minus 2, we will see that minus 6 is more left than minus 2. So minus 6 then is smaller than minus 2. So that is if we compare it. Remember the other lessons as well. When we compare, it's either smaller than, larger than, or equal to. Okay. Now, say for example, they ask us to arrange the following numbers in ascending order. Now, ascending means from the smallest to the largest. So it's always good to work on our number line. And we see we've got minus 6 here. We've got a 23 there. A 19 is smaller. We've got 0 in the middle. So we've got our minus 6, our 23, our 19, our minus 35, our 0, and our minus 12. So there we have it. If we have to write this, then in an ascending order, we're going to start with minus 35, minus 12, minus 6, 0, 19, and 23. Okay. Now, in integers, there's a concept, additive inverse. And this is very simple, but it's got a fancy name. Every integer has an opposite. So let's just understand the opposite of a plus 8 is minus 8. So these numbers are called additive inverses. All that actually means that if you take a minus 8 and you add its additive inverse versus plus 8, you end up on 0. So if you've got your minus, your number line, 1, 2, 3, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. So you have got minus 3 plus 3. It will give us minus 3 plus 3. It will give us 0. You will see where we're going to use this later on. Okay, now let's your turn to do something. And remember, you stop it, you do it, and then I see you on the other side to see if you managed this. Right, this is the beauty of this product. You can stop at any stage and work it at your own pace and then come back and see whether you're correct. Okay, right. So if they ask us which number is greater in these pairs, so we've got 6 or 3. So it's quite obvious, but if you have got a problem with this, always remember to do your number line. Right. So, but this one I suppose you all got right, because 6 is greater than 3. Now minus 5 or 2. So now we're going to go down on the number line to minus 5, and they ask us, which one is greater? Minus 5 or 2? Yes, so 2, so minus 5 will be smaller. 2 will be greater than minus 5. Minus 2 or minus 8. So now here we've got minus 5 on our line, and we go further back, minus 6, minus 7, minus 8. And they ask us which one is greater? Minus 2 or minus 8? Did you get that one correct? Minus 2 is greater than minus 8. And 0 or minus 3. So 0 is greater than minus 3. Well done if you've got that correct. Now they ask us the opposite. Which number is smaller in these pairs? So if we've got our number line again, we see we do quite large numbers. We've got a 16 and we've got a 13. So which one is smaller? 13 is smaller than 16. And minus 15 or 12. Now by now I know you find this very easy. You're going to just go down to your minus 12, and here you've got your plus 12. So which one is smaller? Minus 15 is smaller than 12. and minus 22 or minus 8, which one is smaller? Do you get that correct? Remember, we're still going down, down, down with our line, minus 22 and minus 8. So positive to the right is bigger, to the left is smaller. So minus 22 is smaller than minus 8. And 0 or minus 11. So remember, there's our 0, minus 11. So minus 11 is smaller than 0. Congratulations if you got that section correct. Now we're going to arrange these numbers in descending order. So that means from the largest to the smallest. So if you can still remember what we did here, I think. No, it was this one. To do it on your number line. So this is the best to do the same here. So we've got our number line, we've got a 0. So we've got minus 5, we've got a plus 10, we've got a plus 2, a plus 2, and a minus 12. So all we need to remember is what's the difference between descending and ascending. And descending means we're going from the highest to the larger number to the smaller number. So that means it is 10 to, we haven't got 0 there, 10 to minus 5 and minus 12. Congratulations if you've got that one correct. And it's the same apply in the next example or the next question. It is just bigger numbers. So again, we've got this is our imaginary one. So 453 is on the positive side. 622 is on the negative side because it's minus. 1010 is bigger than 4, so we're going to put it on that side. And minus 2012 is bigger than minus 622, so we're going to put it there. And there we've got our list. Descending order, larger to smaller. Well done if you've got that one correct. So now, when do we use integers? Now I've got 3 examples here. So you have probably seen these vertical number lines in a thermometer. So we're lucky in this country. We do not often experience temperatures below freezing, and that is 0 degrees Celsius. But if you live in a cold climate, you would be used to reading temperatures that are negative numbers, like minus 8. Okay, so then you will have this thermometer. It will be 0 and it will give minus 1, minus 2, minus 3 and end up minus 8. So in thermometers. Then distance below sea level. So we know that sea level is 0 degrees. Now, so if we go under the sea, like Lake Assal in Djibouti is minus 157 meters. Just think of that. Minus, way down here, minus 157. And it's also the below sea level, and it's the lowest point in Africa. Okay, so this is where we say, Lake Assal is minus 157 meters below sea level. And then another place where we use integers is when we have money or when we owe money, right? So if you have money, your pocket money, you got your pocket money, I've got my 20 rand, so I'm in a positive balance. But if you owe money, say I bought something for 30 rand and now I owe my mother 10 rand. So I'm minus 10 for next month's pocket money. So then I am in a negative balance. So you're going to say my balance is minus 10, meaning I owe 10 rand. Right. So this is our introduction to integers. I hope you enjoyed it and see you next time.